but not the worst thing in the world.
Yeah, this is actually going to be a crucial pickup for the Bristleback. He's looking to grab a Heaven's Halberd, which doesn't go through BKB, so the Sven will be safe when his BKB's up, but it's already down to 7 seconds, and will soon be dropping down to that 5-4 area. And that means that disarm is going to really keep the Sven from putting out the damage output he needs.
Yeah, and actually I think I'm trying to understand the Blink Dagger pickup on Sven. It does mean that he's able to activate his BKB before going into the fight.
The real reason is that with this team comp, I think it works very well. You have Batrider with a Blink Dagger, Alchemist coming in from Shadowblade. It just allows you to keep up with the other people on your team a lot better and getting that there for that burst initiation. Because if he has to walk up, by the time he walks up into the team fight, the Alchemist stun might already be gone. The Batrider's the last one might be done. He needs to get in that fight quickly and put out as much damage as he can as quickly as possible. So I like the pickup personally. Even though it's not a damage item, it may keep him from doing as much damage as he would with putting that 2,150 gold into raw damage output. I think it still pays for itself.
Yeah. Rider pushing bottom, Firefly gonna be able to take out creep waves. They're gonna have to deal with this bottom lane pushing in, but they look pretty intent on pushing the tier 2 top lane. Who does the fight go to here? It goes to the team that's more aggressive?
It's hard to say. I mean, your tier 2 at this point in the game might not be the best place to take a fight if you haven't been winning the majority of your fights. They might want to just sacrifice this, but they're in position to make a play. Batrider doesn't have his travels up for 14. I think they are going to try to defend this, yeah, and I think it looks good for Chosen Heroes personally, especially with Angel
coming
wrapping around.
The back. I think he's trying to catch somebody. Out of position. The problem is what's going to happen is the Blink is going to come in. They can't group up. That Sven stun cannot hit more than one person.
Yeah, and I think Bristleback's job right now is just to stay in the front line and really try to grab as many people as he can to initiate on him.
Yeah, we see Vision Wards going down by Dire. They don't want Alchemist to Shadowblade in there and get a good initiation off. Angel going to TP top, get rid of the top lanes, and they're going to disengage.
A smart decision. They were really well positioned there. They just don't want to throw away the footing that they've gained themselves in map control with the bad engagement.
Yeah, I think both of those team fights, they were good for the game in the sense that they brought a little bit of humility to both sides. Now everybody's trying to think about how to best, create the situation that they need to win, but they're kind of sensitive to it. We see both teams not really crossing into the other half, of enemy territory, just kind of keeping their lanes pushed out, farming forever.
And you can see how afraid the Radiant are, the Krabba, of another Aegis going in the way of Chosen Heroes. They're pinging out the Roche pit. They know it's going to be up soon, and they want to make sure that they're at least able to contest it. They don't want to give it away for free. Sure enough, AAL comes out. Roche is not up yet, so they'll know that at least.
Well, in the smoke, yeah, we see the Dire being the aggressive ones here. Maybe able to catch out this Batrider. Firefly is off cooldown. And he's going to blink. I think they saw... Yeah, they have a sentry ward here. They saw this smoke coming.
Actually, sentries don't detect smoke anymore, so I think they might have either seen the smoke coming or just noticed that there weren't any Dire players on the map and assumed that a smoke was inbound.
That's huge. This courier just along for the ride.
Yeah, I'm kind of confused at what he's doing. Maybe he's drunk.
For the fun of it. Doesn't want to be left out.
Angel picks up, almost has a BKB now over Club and Mithril Hammer. But now Alchemist comes in.
Be careful, this Alchemist is coming in wanting to start a fight. They don't want to give up the third Roche.
No, they don't. He stuns himself. Angel is looking to be aggressive here. Scouting out some people.
Gotta be careful. I think he's alone right now.
He is, but he catches Batrider out of position.
Well, that's another big Sven stun coming out, but he's not going to get Angel.
Oh my goodness.
That's just too much damage coming out of the Sven. You need to control the Sven. That was a great wall and a great vacuum, but I think they're all in trouble.
There's a team wipe if I ever saw one. Unbelievable play. Just grouping them all up and taking them out. That Vino ult doing a lot of work, but not going to kill anybody, unfortunately.
And they're going to not even worry about the Roche. Well, the Roche is not up yet. It's going to be momentarily. What do you think they can get up this? Are we looking at Bottom racks?
I think we are looking at bottom racks. Angel being down for 45 seconds, Darkseer being down for 50. It's very likely that they'll get even 2 racks this year if they play their cards right. I don't think Veenomancer and Vengeful can do much. Until the Bristleback's online, they pretty much just sit back.
Yeah, and I don't think jungle was to take that fight. The unfortunate part of that is when you're talking about 2 AoE stuns, 2 carries with AoE stuns, you don't want to fight in the jungle. You're just increasing the probability that both stuns hit multiple.
And it wasn't necessarily the jungle as far as I'm concerned. It was just that little bottleneck they were fighting. This tiny little stairwell that just cramped up all the heroes, made those AoE stuns connect in everybody, and let Sven just clean the entire team down.
Alright, well, the first set of racks actually going on the Radiant.
Yeah, they didn't get anything more than that. Thought maybe they could have, but they were quick about it and got out quite safe.
Yeah, I really thought this mid rack could go down to the Dire a long time ago. Still standing strong though. Something I didn't realize is that Rax does not regenerate. I used to think that Rax just regenerated.
Played too much LoL, I guess.
Well, and actually no, the melee Rax does regenerate.
Oh, regenerate health, you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, they do regenerate health.
But the range doesn't? Or do they just go one at a time?
I think it does go one at a time. I think that's the same way with tier 3 tower or tier 4 towers as well. They only regenerate one at a time. You could be mistaken on that. I'm not exactly sure, but that's what I believe.
Well, yeah, I'm looking at one. One's regenerating and the other isn't.
We'll see. We'll see very shortly as the melee rack comes back up to full health.
Yeah, I think the roles here probably changed. We saw some smokes coming out of the Dire, and they were playing aggressively. Roche now up. They've been the ones to get this Roche. This is the 3rd Roche, so it does come with the cheese.
Yeah, and this is the point where you're on a team, and you lost a team fight so badly before getting 5-0'd that the next team fight is crucial, and you're a little bit afraid. Kind of cold feet. You're not sure how it's going to go, if you can take a fight. This is a very big moment for them.
Oh, and they do not want to fight while this Sven has double damage.
That is a very bad idea. Sometimes you'll even see
damage.
you'll see a DD rune late game, and you'll see a person like Sven actually purchase a bottle just to bottle it and bring it into the team fight.
Yeah, and they're gonna smoke with this DD. They want to take advantage of that Sven having DD. They can win a fight without DD. They can definitely win a fight with.
Yeah.
They're actually gonna go up. We kind of see their game plan down through the jungle and then up through the tier 1. They're gonna find a fight here, and I don't think that's what the Dire wants.
Yeah, this is gonna be brutal.
Oh,
Vengeful just walks right into a death ball. But if that's all they get here, that's a pretty good trade. They might get Roshan, but I mean, pretty good trade for Chosen Heroes. Kind of waste Sven's DD, an opportunity for Vengeful Spirit. I think they'll take that.
They're just going to push top lane and then push high ground. I think they should go for Roche. I think they're feeling confident right now. They saw how good the first team fight went, but a good vacuum and a good wall.
This is thin ice for both teams, I think, right here. Batrider's not quite with the team. This could be bad.
BKB on Angel, this is a fight. So when is Sven going to jump in? He's going to let his stun go. There goes the ult. BKB going down on the Sven. Sven just going to take care of this Darkseer. Holy cow. Yeah, Sven now going on the Viper. All he needs is another 2 hits.
Alchemist will drop, but Viper's getting great slow on the Sven, dropping him below. Disruptor's going to drop.
Turned into a pig. Oh.
3 heroes down for
probably gonna go down.
For Team Krabba. Oh, the swap misses on the VS, but huge magic missile. This is pretty much exactly what you wanted to happen in your bounce back team fight.
Paul's coming on the Bristleback while we got Angel disconnected. That's 4 heroes down. Sven narrowly escaping.
Yeah, he's lucky he did, honestly. I think that if Angel didn't disconnect there, Sven would have died. And that would have been a full 5-man team wipe, which probably would have resulted in mid-racks down, even with the lane pushed out this far.
Yeah. I think this is the point where you're kind of like, I don't really get it. You know, we win one fight so convincingly, and then we go and we start another fight, and we lose so convincingly. What are we supposed to be doing here? I think that was a mistake. Roche is up. This is more or less a free Roche again, and cheese for the Dire. They should have just gone and Roached.
Yeah, I mean, it's easy to say that now, but I think they saw it as opportunity. VS is down. They wanted to force an issue. And obviously it was a mistake, but it very well could have turned out otherwise. I think the biggest difference was that the Chosen Heroes had a lot of room to maneuver, without any obstacles in the way. It was very easy for them to not get Sven stunned, Alchemist stunned, and cleaved down. They spread out
Yeah.
very well and won the team fight because of it.
I don't know. That was
Oh,
pretty gross.
Angel disconnecting again. Unfortunate. It's been a great game. I'd hate to see it go down to something like internet issues.
Did he reconnect and then disconnect?
Yeah, and like earlier we had talked about was the internet issues coming out from Chosen Heroes. Angel was having issues with his internet, and that's why we were looking for a replacement team for a little while. And it looked good for a while for him, but it's definitely showing its ugly head now.
When do you think we're never going to have internet issues again? How many years?
Oh, that's a good question.
Maybe 10 years?
Maybe
10 years? Are we all going to be...
3,000 years?
What is it? What the hell's the name of the hyper? I'm just going to make something up right now. What's the name of the technology they just put in Kansas? Google?
Oh, Google Fiber?
Yeah, the fiber.
Mm-hmm. I want to know what you were going to say. Hyper? You said like hyper?
Like my mother. Hyperfiber.
Hyper. That sounds like a cereal. That sounds like the new,
Yeah, it's the next fiber.
regulate your bowel movement cereal, Hyperfiber.
Yes, take poops regularly. Or more than regularly. I think my cat's got some hyperfiber. Well, Angel's back. Here we go.
All right.
Straight for the Roche pit.
I think they might want to just push mid, try to force a buyback or two, and then go Roche. That would be what I would do. But now that I think about it, actually, Ancient Apparition, Disruptor, and Alchemist are almost back up. Only the Bat Rider has time. So yeah, you have to secure this Roche. Definitely. If you had a little more time on those,
I think Team
those
Krabba's
death
probably
timers,
kicking themselves.
Yeah.
That was a Roche. They weren't going to win there. I think that's what they wanted. They just wanted the win.
In this point in the game, though, Aegis, I'm not to say it's not big at all. It is big. It's huge, but it's not as big as it is early game. Because right now, I think you can just ignore the person with the Aegis, kill the rest of the team, and then kill them last. And when they do come up, it means very little.
Yep, certainly depending on who the Aegis goes to. I think Viper's going to drop a TP, pick up the Aegis. And the
But then
cheese,
again,
they still got a cheese there. Who's taking the cheese?
Cheese is a big deal. I think you
Nobody's
got to give it to
going for the
Bristleback. I think you got to give it to Bristleback. Allow him to be the front line, to absorb a ton of damage, and then pop the cheese at the last minute.
Yeah. Drop that halberd on the Sven before he's able to pop his BKB, or try and get him into a situation where he wastes his BKB. His BKB is now down to a 5-second duration, which is half the time you buy it with. 5 seconds actually isn't a long time. There's stuns in this game that are 5 seconds long.
Yeah, for sure. When you get your BKB this low on a hero like Sven, you're really worried. You're worried that this game's going to get out of your control just because of that BKB time.
Well, we've seen the Radiant take fights extremely convincingly in places like the jungle and these small kind of little, what do you call them, bottlenecks. But the lanes right now are pushing towards the Dire, so they're going to have to take care of these lanes first. And in taking care of the lanes, it kind of puts them in a situation where they're vulnerable to smoke ganks if the Radiant decide to push out with a smoke, which is common late game. We do see that a lot. We've seen it from the Radiant a couple times already this game.
Yeah, very true. But this top racks being down here, or the bottom racks for the Dire is definitely posing an issue. It keeps it pushed out and keeps them from really gaining the map control that they had most of the game.
Yeah. Get back's coming out from the Dire. I think they're afraid of a smoke right now. They just don't have a lot of vision on the map. They do have a ward at bottom river and in their jungle, but top river is unwarded at the moment.
That's very true.
Sven with Invis, they do have a sentry ward there, so they're going to see Sven.
They throw out the pings. I think they did actually catch him there. But the question is, what are they going to do? How are they going to respond? Are they really going to push down this bottom? I don't think they can. I think they know that their top racks is going to be too exposed, and they're going to have to back off quickly, because the last thing you want to do is start your TPs when they're already knocking on the door.
Well, it looks like that's what they want to do. There might be a little bit of miscommunication. I think they're going to have to see Angel TP in order for everybody else to TP. They're not going to TP. They're going to go push it. I don't think they have the damage to actually
Here comes a TP with Darkseer. I don't know if it's going to be enough for him alone. Angel's coming out.
Yeah,
They
here we
do
go.
have Glyph available. They're going to have to
There you
pop
go.
it very quickly.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And that
Venomancer's, yeah, starting TP
that wall actually catches nobody.
Bristleback.